No.
Thank you. We are Dances with Kobolds. Tonight we are playing Storm King's Thunder for Extra Life. Please consider donating to Extra Life. I will be putting our URL in the chat in a minute, but let's introduce ourselves. Take it away. Gerald goes first.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Ian, and I'll be playing Gerald Rockefeller Dodge, the... Oh, frig. It's been a bard cleric.
I'm Patrick. I'll be playing Pimble, a divination wizard who is a forest gnome.
I am Brendan. I'll be playing Heracles, son of Torm, a zealot barbarian.
And last but not least, I am Lorne. I'm playing Hongo Stonejaw, the Goliath rogue, who's technically a thief, but not really a thief.
Projecting pretty hard there.
Well, he was once a member of the City Watch, and he was undercover, so he has all the skills. He's just not, evil, take all your things, thief.
How big was the cover if Hongo was hiding behind it?
He's surprisingly sneaky.
He doesn't need to hide. He's so big and scary, people just be like, ah, take my money! Or I didn't see nothing, sore. Alright, from where we last left off, you defeated the fire giants that were attacking Triboar. And you ended up finding that the fire giants were trying to dig up this bizarre, ancient, giant construct device. Excuse me. While the city of Triboar rebuilds, the mayor of Triboar suggested that you continue on to Bryn Shaddar to deliver notice to Sheriff Markham that his sister Samil died at Nightstone. In the meanwhile, while you guys are traveling there, she'll be contacting the Harpers Acquisitions Incorporated and the Grey Hands to assist you in your journey against the giants. After having a drunk celebration, you return to the Tower of Zephyros. And is there anything you want to do? You guys have a flying tower!
We don't
Pimble
have a
is
flying
going
tower,
to
we're renting
use,
it.
Yeah, Pimble is going to use this travel time and some of the money that he finally earned, and he is going to transcribe 3 spells into his spell book. He is going to get Arcane Eye, which he can't use yet,
Okay.
Slow, which he can, and Misty Step.
All right, and
Wait, are
Gerald...
you trying to transcribe a spell that you don't have a spell slot for yet?
Yes, I can do that, but I just simply cannot use it until I am the proper level.
I thought you had to have spell slots at that level in order to transcribe it.
Divination Wizard?
Or be able to cast that level.
Let me check again. I was just reading over it.
Oh, well, he checks. Gerald is going to scratch out Flying Tower from his epic tower for
Oh, you're right.
Flying
I think it has to be
Dreadnought.
something I can prepare.
Sorry.
Cheaper spell. No, that's all good. It would have been one I was gonna take anyway, because it's probably the only divination spell at level 4.
What's the name of the giant again?
Zephyros.
Yeah, Zephyros.
Zephyros, my friend, have you thought about updating this wonderful palace? Maybe a more outworldly, epic appearance. Some sort of giant cannon on top, perhaps.
Maybe shaped like a skull.
Oh, yes, that could be maybe halfway down. The skull isn't the precipice, because that's kind of lame. But, as a face on the side.
He kind of has a sad look on his face, and he's like, you don't think my tower's cool? I thought the hat would make it spiffy.
Oh, the hat definitely makes it jaunty. But as a wielder of power, you do need to have a certain je ne sais quoi. That's from a language, and it means look fucking amazing.
I know the language of which you speak, and that is not the direct translation at all.
Oh, it's not. It's about the spirit. Translation isn't about being exact.
Spirits? Where?
It's about feeling. So, why don't we upgrade the appearance of this beautiful, jaunty, and a little dated tower to something that scares these fire giants into subservience? Oh, maybe an epic tidal wave.
A tidal wave? Why would I...
Because they're fire giants.
I don't want to project power, my friends. I really just want to learn, not be...
Oh,
powerful.
what about a giant tree? Then when you land, you're camouflaged.
Yeah, like those cell tower trees.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, I do have some illusion spells, and I could always throw up one when I need it. I don't see the purpose in building one.
Now, I'm not saying you make this thing look like one of those... Wait, is he a storm giant?
He is a cloud giant.
But not a storm giant? Wait,
No.
are those different
No.
things?
Those are
They
different
are very
things.
different things.
So he's a cloud giant. Not a storm giant. Okay, so I'm not saying you make it look like an evil thunderstorm, but maybe... Oh, what are those beautiful Columbine-Nimbus clouds?
Well, this is made out of clouds, you see, and in fact, the stairs I made for you are made out of clouds.
Oh, I know, but what if the whole thing
wait,
was
we're in a-
shrouded
we're
in
in a cloud?
clouds?
We're in
Yes.
a tower on a cloud that wears a wizard's hat.
Yes.
Okay,
Let
as soon
me
as
give you the
Heracles
picture
properly
again.
realizes this, he's going to jump up and put his arm around Hongo's neck, like you guys watched Scooby Doo as a kid.
Oh, yes, yeah. And put your
Like he
legs
does
up.
with, yeah, like he does
Like
with,
fireman carry, or the reverse fireman
yeah.
carry.
like Scooby does with Shaggy,
Okay.
but with Hongo, because he's kind of afraid of falling.
Heracles, this is magical cloud. We cloud giants use it to build everything. It's, as you see, it's only, to you who dwell on the ground, it's only slightly springy.
But we could make this place camouflaged. We are moving around and everyone knows we're coming. If we just made it all covered in cloud.
Oh, I don't think I'd need that. No, I'm not a noble.
No, but we don't want to bring harm to you, and we could make it so it's less likely. And, oh, if we could paint it in the evening so it looks like the sunset. Pinks and purples and... Oh, it'd be garishly beautiful. And no hat.
But you said you liked the hat.
Oh, the hat is jaunty, but dated. Remember the dated part. That's the important part.
Dated? Do you know, back in my day, that was the height of fashion. And then I strapped an onion on my belt.
But what did your grandfather wear in your height of fashion?
Oh, you know, roughly the same thing. Our fashions don't change much.
I think I'm going to give up. It's a nice hat.
It's like trying to explain to your trying to get your grandpa to not walk around with knee-high socks in summer and sandals.
No, Grandpa, they're allowed around the airport. They're not going to shoot them down. This isn't World War II. It isn't Hawaii. I think we are long rested, but okay, I've given up trying to make the tower cooler looking. I just gotta live with it.
Left on! Anyway, there's actually a bit of travel from Tribor to Bryn Shander. This is where Terra would be helpful. Bryn Shander.
Yeah, it's Brim Shanter.
Brimshandale.
Bryn
It's more
Chandelier.
like Dur.
So other than copying down spells, if there's anything else you'd like to do
Oh, I have one thing.
with the downtime, yes?
So he said that the cloud giants build all their floating stuff with clouds, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Zephyros, we've got a ways to go. Do you have any of these cloud building materials that we could, maybe play around with? Make a little cloud boat, a little cloud dinghy?
Well, that's not how it works. It's, you see, we cloud giants are one with the clouds. And, we can just sort of, with the snap of our wrist, make these things happen. It's not like your bricks or your wood where you just where you harvest them and just pile them in a corner till you need it. We just sort of make the clouds.
Heracles, did you hear that? It's not like bricks or wood or ground.
I'm still hanging from Hongo's shoulders.
What's wrong with things that are made of treen? I mean, treenware is good solid ware.
Oh, no. I'm just...
What's treen?
Treen is an actual word. It is just items that are made completely of wood.
Really?
So
Yes.
carpentry.
All of his words are actual words. It's great.
Andy sent that to me as part of his word of the day calendar had it.
Nice. Oh, no. Things made out of trees are fine. As you can see here, I have chairs and the like made out of trees. It's just, in the sky, you don't get, many trees, so we've used what we got.
I don't think this chair is completely treen. Look, there's a nail here.
And yeah, it looks like there's a maker's mark.
That's mine.
You made little tiny chairs just for us?
Oh, yeah, I bought
the
them
tiny-
from my friend Brood, you know. Remember, we met him in Golden Fields? Very fine furniture, very fine indeed. And your sized.
Well, almost my size. It's very comfortable. You've been more than generous to us all.
Thank you so much, and you have done a great service for giant kind. And in these days, I'm always happy for a tiny bit of adventure, though these old bones can't really do much any more than study and train the next generation.
Oh, what if we made the tower look like a ship out for adventure? That would be cool.
Oh, but that's what my cousin does, and I don't want to be cramping on his style.
Oh.
Does Gerald have a notebook just like full of rock and roll logos and then crazy designs for stages and ships and buildings?
He does now. This is Sketchpad. So here's how the piston will make the top of the trailer explode during the guitar solo.
What's a piston?
Well, see, it's this metal bit with this other metal bit, and, well, I put gunpowder in the middle.
What's gunpowder?
Oh, yeah, fuck. That's why I like
Gunpowder
the spider.
exists. They have guns.
They have explosive powder. They have
Yeah,
explosives.
black powder.
Oh, but they have fireworks, so firework powder.
Ah. What's a trailer?
One that trails.
So,
Kind of like a ranger, but needs someone to drag it along, I think.
Gerald's going to hold up one finger, open his mouth, close it, and just turn around and walk away.
And Pimble will also keep his head stuck out the window and continue making the very poorly drawn maps that he does from high above here, which goes with his far traveler background.
At least he's not
And-
making
Alright.
zooming noises anymore.
Hongo's just gonna carry Heracles around because every once in a while try and shake him off.
I'll like Heracles will like after a few minutes.
I don't think that floor is solid.
It is very solid. I mean, look at me.
It's made of clouds.
Okay.
There-
Heracles jumps up and tries to grab onto Gerald's neck.
Oh God. I'm gonna stumble into the latrine.
I cast Levitate on Heracles and just keep him floating above the ground for a little while.
Thank- oh.
So we'll
Basically.
play. So Hongo and I will play monkey in the middle with Pimble, with Heracles as the ball.
Oh, you small folk, you do make me laugh.
We're
See,
earning our
Heracles,
I'm not
ride.
gonna
Make 'em
do-
I'll
laugh.
keep you from crashing if we
Hold
crash.
up. He would volley over to me. I would just catch him and just hold on to him securely, waiting for the spell to end.
Oh, Killjoy.
Hongo.
I will let him
More,
down
I like
carefully.
having allies who trust me.
I was just showing him that I would keep him from ever hitting the ground if he fell.
And
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
not
when are
mad.
we ever gonna have a chance to be able to throw you like a beach ball? Wait, is Heracles hairy or hairless?
Harry.
Damn it. Okay, so that doesn't work.
He's a mammal, damn it. He's very hairy.
I mean, you could be hairless like a beach ball, but
Oh, I love player antics.
what's a player? Besides, me.
Never mind. All
In
right.
character, of course.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
And
So where are we headed? Sorry, Steph. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
you are heading to Bryn Shander, one of the, I believe, 10 one of the 10 towns. It is basically the farthest north sort of human or major human settlements go.
We're looking for Markham, right?
Markham, Sheriff Markham, in fact. So I'm going to say you land down. Oh, let me show this to you. You that Zephyros drops you off, waves you goodbye, and says, just give me a whistle when you're done.
I've never seen a town so big as we fly up to it.
I think Tribor is bigger, isn't it? Either way, it's a rather large city surrounded by walls and a bunch of gates that are wide open.
Where's he drop us off?
I say on the east way.
Ooh.
Does Toronto have an east way? I know there's a west way.
I think so. Or
It does.
These wooden gates are 15-foot high. You realize, as you're walking through them, you realize that they can be barred from the inside with heavy iron-banded hardwood beams. There are two 30... Each side is flanked by two 30-foot cylindrical stone towers. And on your way in, you see someone in a very official-looking kind of uniform. Sort of almost like a carnival barker, guiding travelers. And she looks like this.
What, like a town crier?
Kinda.
So, like Scout Harding?
Oh my gosh, she does kind of look like Scout Harding. One sec.
It hasn't finished loading for me.
Are we in Hightown?
Nose is a little thick for Scout Harding, but otherwise it's pretty close. I think.
She sort of, you get the sense that you, especially you, Gerald, because of your sensitive ears and acoustic training, that this is something that she's kind of like rehearsed and says all the time, and then she turns to you guys and says, "Well met, travelers. Keep your fingers and your extremities under wraps, lest Auril bite them off. Mind your tempers, and you'll be most welcome here. Brought goods to sell? The market lies straight ahead," and she'll point to... You're coming from the east way, so she'll point to the west. "Craving a warm drink? May I suggest a drop of Firebeard's brandy, sold only at Kelvin's Comfort, located on your right as you enter the market square. Come along now, come along. Now, don't block the door."
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Pimble immediately snaps to attention and follows her instructions.
Hey, she's talking to everyone. She's just looking at us.
Well, she's clearly in charge. It's just,
She's not in charge. She's directing people. Come on.
She's in a uniform, and has anyone actually been to the northern provinces before?
I was traveling around doing stage performances, have I?
I'm going to say you've traveled around enough. You may not have actually been here, because this is like the very edge of civilization, and you're a rich guy. But she's very obviously wearing some sort of government uniform. You guess it's like the local watch. And she seems to be, considering the very fine sort of stones and braids in her hair, and that sort of like little brooch that she's wearing, she's high up in the watch. This isn't a regular just watchman.
Okay, so is she paying attention to us, or she just looks at us and says that?
She sort of looks at you, says that, goes to the next person. Then she...
Okay, so she's not focusing on us. Shut up, it's the fuzz. Just keep going, I'll say to Fimble.
Oh, aren't we looking for the sheriff?
Wait, were we?
Yes, you are looking for Sheriff Markham.
Oh, well, shit.
Heracles will approach her.
Okay, so I'll push Pimble
Sheriff
past...
Markham?
So we push Pimble past
Markham,
about good 10 feet until he goes but, and then I'll push him back that 10 feet back to the same woman.
But pardon me, ma'am. We're looking for Sheriff Markham.
Oh, yes. Well, he's around probably at HQ. Well, he's either making his rounds or he's at HQ. Might I inquire, what business you have with him? Perhaps I can help. My name is Augrek Brighthelm.
Well, I believe,
Sheriff's deputy.
can we just get a reminder? We were trying to find the sheriff to tell them about the attacks, right?
The attacks and that his
inform them
sister.
of dead relatives.
His sister, Samil, is dead.
We have, and I'll look kind of, downcast, some personal news for the sheriff.
She kind of eyes you suspiciously and sort of puts her hands on her hips. What sort of personal information? He doesn't take well to bribes.
If I told you it wouldn't be personal, people have families, my dear.
Like mine.
I step it up and say, what my friend is trying to delicately put is, we have news of a relative's passing, and we wish to bring said news to him.
Yes. There's nothing hugger-mugger about it whatsoever. We're not trying to be deceptive.
Oh, Jesus, why don't you tell everybody his news?
Oh, why didn't you say so? All right.
Because it's private.
And
I will give the eyebrows.
And he is a very busy man. He is the sheriff, you know.
Well, we don't like to announce people's news before they've gotten it. I am a bard, but I'm not a cock.
Are you
And
sure?
I'm referring to the rooster because we're in medieval times. As in, cock, 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 cock.
She will just roll your eyes at you and sort of mutter something in Dwarvish under her breath.
I know what that means.
She's like,
So would I.
she would, if she says something like, you're not a cock, right.
Would you like to find out?
She then snaps back at you with, like, eyes of fire and says, "You know what? You guys are gonna wait right here. Well, give me 1 second." And then she'll turn to,
Oh, definitely hide us, guys.
and then she'll, while keeping one eye on you, turn to one of, an under watchman and say, you know, can you find Sheriff Markham, let him know he has very important personal business to attend to, and, you know, and off with you.
Pimple, she's kind of your height. Maybe you can reason with her at a shorter level.
I heard that!
Oh god, I gotta stop being Winthrop. I had planned on this guy being Winthrop's brother, but he was supposed to be cool.
Are you implying that Winthrop isn't cool?
Are you kidding me?
All right. I will. Here, Eric puts his hand over Gerald's mouth so he can't dig us any more of a hole when the sheriff arrives.
Jesus. Trying not to blabber everything has gotten me in trouble. I am really confused by this adventure.
And I'm going to say you wait about 20 minutes to an hour, and...
Oh, we can't wait that long. Let's go get something to eat.
And she just snaps back at you and says, "I thought you said you had important news. If it's not important, you can wait."
He can meet us across the square. Look, I can smell those sausages.
All right, Gerald, go get us food. We will tell the sheriff his news.
I'll take some of Firebeard's fire brandy. Kelvin's comfort, if you pass it, and I'll give him a little bit of coin.
Oh no, if I'm going, you get what I bring back. If you guys want specialty orders, somebody else is going.
She will actually turn to you and say, "You're sticking nearby. No more than a small walk. There's some merchants over there that sell, you know, cheap sweetbreads, cup of tea, sausages."
So I'll find CMOT Dibbler and get a sausage.
Cut me on throat, Dibbler! Sausages?
Oh, man, why did I even request this?
Hello, sir. You're looking lovely today.
Hello, Dibbler. So, you've got sausages in a bun?
Of course, I got sausages in a bun. I got some spotted dick. I got some pasties. I got a hot cup of tea. But you have to bring your own cup, though.
Well, let's see. What's been going on in town? And I'll have one of those, and I'll make air quotes sausages as he fries it up. What's the big news around town, Dibbler?
1 second. You know, not much around here. People saying they've seen frost giants running about in the very far north, the odd trader. Apparently they're more agitated than usual.
I bet you're selling anti-frost giant trinkets, aren't you? Or is it this time anti-frost giant cream?
No. I'm selling cream for frost giants. The frost giants love it. You know, being in the cold chaps the skin. And this is especially made for giant skin.
Oh, diversifying.
Of course! I sell it to the merchants in case they run after one that's angry. They can use it to parlay. Would you like one? Are you going further north?
No. Just keep up the good work, Dibbler. Yeah. And I will put as much mustard, because that's the only real thing on this cart, on my sausage as possible. And oh god, I'm gonna need to do a con check on this. Orthocon save.
And if you're looking for, because you are such a valuable customer, go see the Hooked Knucklehead if you want a place for somewhere private. Barton doesn't meddle in his clients' affairs. However, it is meager, but You play a lot for discretion.
Well, thanks, cut me own throat. We'll be going on now.
Welcome, welcome. Would you like, you said you were looking for sausages for everyone? Because I see you come over there for 1, 2, 3, 4 people?
Oh, yes. You guys are gonna hate me.
And I have mustard, malt vinegar, and ketchup and hot sauce.
I'll put hot sauce and mustard on everything because it's gonna be awful.
Heracles, stop looking so broke. He's bringing us food.
I don't think I want to eat any of that.
It comes with the information. So, Pimble, here is a specialty of the big city. It's called a pork sausage. None of that is true. Hold your nose, bottoms up, down it goes.
Pimble will take a large bite.
So I guess if Steph is doing the whole Discworldy thing, it is basically the most stuffed with fake stuffed sausage you've ever had. Like it's, entrails and gizzards and bits of bone and just garbage. He's literally in the books. He's like a just this traveling street guy who knows what's going on.
It's not great. And I'll, swallow that one bite, but I'll wrap the rest up for later, perhaps.
No, that's a city initiation there.
Actually, hang on. I'm going to try something.
Okay.
He's going to prestidigitation it.
I am going to prestidigitate it, and it is going to all of a sudden taste absolutely delicious to me, even though the texture is a little off. And
wait, you're going to change one of Claude Maximilian Overtone Transpired Dibbler's famous sausages?
Well, I don't like the mustard he uses so much, so I'm just going to change it a little bit, and it's gone in 3 bites.
And actually, thanks to prestidigitation, it actually tastes good to you. What does it taste like?
It's very sort of sweet and salty. He makes it taste like a salted caramel biscuit, basically.
Ooh. And with that, you see Sheriff Markham arriving towards the gate. Looking just slightly confused and tiffed.
Hand slaps over Gerald's mouth.
Hey, wait, I had the good information. I was the one trying to keep it secret.
Yeah, no,
you guys were blabbering.
I will help in that action because we need someone with tact to do this.
I think you guys are eating sausages, so that's going to be kind of hard.
I'm not eating any of it.
Yeah, no.
He goes to, Algrek directly and says, well, Algrek, you told me you had travelers with news? And Algrek will sort of stop mid-spiel and turn to him and say, those folks, and sort of whisper in his ear, those folks over there, da-da-da-da-da.
To which Gerald will say, and
I slamp his jaw shut in addition, so he can't even.
So basically I say, we are so sorry, sir, for your loss. We have come with news of your dear departed sister. And whatever else.
Okay, and he says, well, travelers, I heard you had some important news for me?
Yes. We're very sorry to have to tell you this, but it seems your sister has passed away
Okay,
in an attack upon her home, which I am looking up the name of because I've forgotten.
Heracles is no Hercules.
Okay, it is. Her name is Samil. As soon as
And
you
it was
say
Nightstone.
as soon as you say your sister, he goes
Nightstone.
Samil, and what happened? And he actually looks kind of sad and shocked.
Giants attacked Nightstone for the Nightstone. Killed many villagers, drove the rest away, and I'm sorry to say that Samil was among those killed.
Oh, Samil. She always wanted to go on an adventure. She kept saying she was going to come visit me up here one day, but she never did. Was it... Do you know... Have the culprits been detained?
They were giants. And they were gone when we got there.
Oh. He just kind of shakes his head and takes the letter from you and goes, "Thank you very much for traveling all this way and giving me this information. I'll put in a good word for you. Do you need a place to stay?"
Oh yes, that would be lovely.
All right. I'll find you some rooms at least for the night, and from there you can go. And he just kind of looks sad and not really focusing. And with that,
What the hell, guys? He didn't tell her she... Well, after he goes.
actually, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, once their hands are off my mouth. You didn't say she died painlessly. You didn't say she lived a good life. You didn't paint a picture. You just told the poor fucker his sister's dead.
Well, a house in a rock fell on her. I assume that was probably pretty painful.
You didn't even tell her
Yes.
that.
No, I didn't tell her that his sister was crushed.
But you could have said she valiantly defended children and was slayed by something for the poor man. I
That's-
am just disappointed. I'm not even mad. I'm just
That's why you're the
disappointed.
storyteller.
Up. I'll look at Hongo and Heracles. Disappointed.
And with that, you excuse me, sorry. And with that, one second. I'm just have to pick something up.
So who else do we have to deal with in town?
Think that was it?
Yeah, that was it. Sorry, one second.
Well, we can rest the night. How much do we have in the... Are we doing party funds or are we AL in this one?
We're AL.
What the heck? One sec. I just have to pull it up because this happens right after.
Do you want to do a 5-minute break? Till
Yeah,
you figure
let's
it out?
do a quick 5-minute break.
Okay, so 8:35.
Yep.
That was fun.
I like it when you guys choose, when you guys RP and just roll with it. It's really fun.
No, that was good. I hope you guys don't feel like I gave
I
you
am
crap over.
invalidated. I am invalidated.
I mean, I hope you feel like I gave you crap in character, not out of character, because out of character, that was a lot of fun.
I'm just surprised that Gerald went and actually talked to the law after being so nervous about them.
Well, I haven't been. Well, you don't need to know what I haven't been smoking and or how long I haven't been smoking it either.
All right, we'll be
Yeah.
right back, and I
Right.
finally found it.
What do you smoke other than meat?
Ho ho ho!
So people always tell me that smoking is bad, but it cures salmon. Be right back.
So what are you guys, who's running something tomorrow night?
I am. I'm running the homebrew game. I have a lot of prep to do tomorrow.
How was your time in Georgia?
I walked like up and down 1,000 stairs, which was hard. That was a pain in the ass.
No, you should have
It was
asked. if it
really
on his
cool.
mind.
You got to get your Airbnb sorted out better.
It's not an Airbnb, it's our cabin.
That sounds pretty spectacular.
It's weird. Like we have it's on this place called Lake Raven. And the actual houses on the lake are obscene. They are incredibly like over the top expensive, over the top like extravagant. And then we have this little tiny cabin and we share a little tiny stretch of lake with like 6 other lots. The house next to our little bit of the lake that we share is a little 1-story, basically shack, compared to most of the houses, and they want $2.6 million for it.
It's lakefront property.
It is. It's $2.6 million though.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. To be fair, though, you got to understand, Brendan, houses 2 blocks from me go for slightly less than that.
This isn't a house. This is a house. Well, it is a house, but anybody who buys this house is going to tear it down and spend another $4 million building a house.
Yeah,
Like-
we have friends who have a little cottage, similar sort of situation. You know, it's a lovely little like 1.5 story, nothing special, but the land is worth a gajillion dollars now, and they're
Yeah.
surrounded by like basically mansions.
Yeah, my mother's grandmother had a house on that lake that was actually on the lake. And when she passed, all of my grandmother's siblings wanted to sell it. And the property values now there are like 10 times higher.
Yeah, one of the big issues, especially in the nicer areas in and around Ontario, is when someone dies, people can't afford the taxes because the land is so valuable now.
Like we have there, like I said, there's like 6 or 7 lots that share our little stretch of the lake. And one of them was just below us on the mountain. And nobody would build on it. Like somebody would buy it, find out it would be like, you know, $500,000 to level out this bit of the mountain enough to build a house. And I guess it just got to the point where that became like worth it, and someone finally bought it and built on it. But because it was like a 45-degree slope, like it was a serious like you're not building here sort of a slope.
Well, it could be worse. My uncle has a cottage north of us, okay? And he couldn't build a new dock because of fear of it eroding the shoreline through construction. However, the shoreline was already being eroded, and he had to build a retaining wall, but he couldn't get the permit then to build that retaining wall, which would then allow him to get the permit to get his dock because of fear of it causing erosion to the shoreline.
Yeah, we're
Maybe
dealing with that.
catch-22.
We can't deal with any of our shoreline. We're lucky. My parents, the guy before them, did a bunch of illegal dumping with like piles of clean stone to keep the shoreline intact. But here's the trick for your uncle, if he can, is a temporary dock doesn't need that stuff.
Oh yeah, well what he ended up doing is that, and then he ended up calling in, was it the Ministry of one of the ministry offices,
the MOE, Ministry of the Environment.
Ministry of the Environment, going, hey, look at this. If we don't do something to prevent this erosion, I'm going to lose another 10 feet, and it's going to cause problems to the actual lake at that point.
Well, that's why the rules are there, right? The rules are there so you'll go to the ministry before you'll do it. They're not there to be a problem. The rules are there really to stop you before you do it. They're not bad if you're not going to affect your neighbors, like you're on a river or something, and erosion's irrelevant. They're not bad to deal with. Them and there's an organization that does like Lake Simcoe. There's an organization between America and Canada that does the Great Lakes, and they're all really easy to deal with when you go to them first. It's when you go to them after you've done all your changes that things are difficult.
Well, I mean, the thing was, though, you know, he was going to one group. He said, oh, no, we can't do it. You need to go to such and such group. And then he'd go to that group and say, oh, no, it has to be through this and this group. And at one point he went, I've been to both of you guys. Which one needs to give me the permit so I can get this done? So I'm not coming back to you in 10 years and saying, hey, look, I need to move my house and get a permit to rebuild it.
Well, no, and again, difficult and awful for your uncle. It sounds like everything's going right. You've worked in government. You know how, I don't know if the CBC is like normal government, but how asinine things can be. And I'm not really...
No, that was a subcontract, so that doesn't count.
Okay. I worked with the Ministry of the Environment for a season. And oh my God. Oh, and I worked for Parks Canada. That was the weirdest thing. So they had to, this was like 15 years ago or 10 years, 15 years ago almost. Their procurement rules meant they had to go and get people to bid. So the bid for this certain piece of equipment, just a rake for picking up garbage into one of those garbage bags on the ground that you hold on a stick.
Oh, yeah.
We had to go and get approval for it and get bids and shit like that. So I'm not going to say what park I worked at or anything like that. But Walmart had them on clearance for $5 fucking. So we ended up just buying them, and basically just the boss ended up paying them and saying it was easier to get it back in pay than to figure it out, because sometimes those government regulations, which are there for good fucking reason, hamper you for really stupid reasons.
Oh yeah, it's designed to prevent someone going, well, hey, I can get it, this cheap off so and so, and then finding out later, hey, it was stolen by so and so.
Or in the case of your uncle, it's designed to keep somebody doing a huge effect on the water, which could affect his neighbors. But then when something happens that's affecting a small piece of land and only one person, it really lets them down.
It was the whole lake.
Okay.
But,
so,
yeah.
But you know what I mean, is it ends up, when it's only one person trying to do an effect to it, it ends up hurting them. Which is the double-edged fucking why I hate and love government at the same time. Is there like not like a libertarian, but like an acceptitarian? Like, I accept the evils of government. Let's just streamline them as best we can.
I guess that would be fiscally conservative, but socially liberal.
But so what I am, but that's not a thing anymore. People don't subscribe to that anymore, it seems. You're one or the other. I used to be small c conservative, big L liberal, because I supported the military. That was basically the part that put me in the small c, was I supported big funding to the military. It doesn't work so much when you go to the States, right? Because they've got so much funding.
Yeah, it's a little weird how much we have. But
Canada,
A lot of it
Canada's
doesn't go to
weird.
vets or the soldiers
Canada's low.
themselves. We have like a piece of desert that is full of tanks that are just resting away.
No, they're not. They are actually decommissioned and put into such a state that they can be recommissioned and put into perfect working order within, I think it's something like 96 hours.
But they're also still better than most of what their NATO allies, who, according to President Trump, are not footing their bill, are using. Maybe not the Germans. Let's not count the
I
Germans.
believe the Germans have a good tank. I remember that from the History Channel.
And let's not count the Israelis either, because they have like that super tank. They have like the Warhammer 40K tank. No, I'm serious. It's like a main battle tank that's also a troop carrier.
Oh, so it's an armored APC with artillery?
It's a main battle tank like an
A weapon?
Abrams that's big enough at the back to hold a whole squad of troops. I'm
Cool.
looking it up right now. So basically their thinking was, when they designed it, is that they're always getting attacked from people around them. Right or wrong, doesn't matter.
It's a fact. Let's just leave it at that. It is a fact that all of their adversaries happen to surround them.
And their big thing is they never take troops out. They don't really airlift troops like America, Canada, Russia, England, the world police or peacekeeping states. Israel, I think, sends money. They're kind of like Japan.
Well,
Okay.
Japan is legally cannot have any of their armed forces leave their national waters because of World War II treaty.
Yes, but during the Bush era, Bush tried to rescind that, and Japan was like, "Oh no, 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 no!"
No, we
Because-
like not having our people leave our borders.
Exactly, because they don't have to deal with the media and dead soldiers. But anyway, sorry, Steph. We've been talking about stupid. Go ahead.
Is everyone back?
Yep.
All right. As you guys are sort of dithering around, talking about troop movements and the like, and Sheriff Markham sort of goes back to the center of town, all of a sudden there's almost the ground sort of goes thud, 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 and it's almost as if chaos erupts from the Eastway Gate. And people are rushing past you, panicking. You turn to one of them and say, "What's going on?" And they tell you, "Giants! Giants!"
Like how giant?
I
Giant
immediately cast
giant!
Mage Armor.
Axe is out.
Ah!
Yeah, I pull the axe out and I grab Pimble so we can move quickly.
And I'm going to say you're sort of carried by the crowd to the center of town.
Wait, should we be running towards the thing they're running away from?
Yeah, it's safer to run in a crowd against the crowd. So we should be like salmon right now. We'll pick up Pinball.
And
Wheel.
okay, so you guys try and go.
I'll draft behind you.
All right, you guys try and go back to the East Gate, but then Algrek actually comes up to you and says, "You're coming with me."
But the giants, we need to fight giants.
I know, but
we need to stand against the giants.
But sir, there might be giants.
I'm a lady.
Wait, ladies
Well,
can't
if
be
you're
sir?
a guard, why are you not?
Algrek is a lady.
Oh, I thought it was a
She was the one who introduced you, who brought you in, the redheaded
sorry
dwarf lady.
name. Sorry, my lady. There might be giants. We must act like Particle Men and fight them.
Oh, well,
We-
there are giants. You're coming with me. We gotta, just got a message from Markham. The giants frost giants have surrounded the city, and their leader is going towards the south gate. You're coming.
We were at the east gate. Sorry.
The
Okay,
southwest
let's go to the
gate.
south gate.
The southwest gate. You're
What did
you're
you
coming
say,
with
ma'am?
me.
Quiet, you.
We're bringing the speaker, Duvessa, to the southwest gate. Apparently, they want to talk to her.
Who?
Uh,
The
Kimball.
Giants want to talk to her?
Yes, she's the speaker. She's the head of the town. It's like a mayor.
They...
Frost Giants. Pimble. Do you remember where in that ordning thing the Frost Giants were?
I think they're kind of in the middle. They're not the lowest, but yeah. I think they're somewhere in the middle.
Where were they in regards to Cloud Giants?
Below. Cloud giants are above.
So if we say, if we tell them that we're working for Zephyros and he is displeased with them and he will bring wrath down upon them, do you think that would work?
But if they're no longer following that ordering, they won't care.
Um,
I'm less concerned about that, more concerned about scaring them with Zephyros.
where did Zephyros land? Is he above the city?
He's actually to the east, and you don't know where he went. He sort of floated high above the city.
So how are we supposed to get a hold of him?
I
He
was
said
going
to whistle.
You think he's pretty sure you can handle anything you need right now?
Wait, what's the whistle? Because do we want to do that epically? Get on top of the tower and just whistle at them?
You try whistling and nothing happens.
It's that fucking.
I get up and butt out a very deep, almost giant-sounding whistle.
Nothing happens.
Except the guard looking at us like we're insane.
Yeah, Albrecht goes, "Come on!"
Sorry, we were trying to call reinforcements.
Oh,
I'm question about this town before we go any further. Are there any weird important landmarks?
Obelisks of a certain
Stone?
color?
not that I know of. This is one of the 10 towns of the north. We're near Icewind Dale, if that means anything. We're really not
All
that
right.
important.
Any strange standing stones at intersections of roads?
Walk and talk, no. Come on, we're gonna get Duvessa.
Buried ancient civilizations.
How the heck am I supposed to know? Are you being racist? Not all dwarves live underground, you know.
No, I meant
Come on.
All right.
follow.
While we're walking, I explained like the Nightstone and the weird thing they were digging up in Tribor.
Yeah, but it's better with music, so I'll add music.
Can you sing and walk briskly at the same time?
I'm already carrying the gnome.
Well, I'm doing the singing, so
I was-
with-
He'll be down anytime.
I was talking to
You're
Gerald.
Slow.
It's okay. It's actually better, my gnome friend, that you stay up there. These bigger people might crush you.
Is Hongo carrying the dwarf because the dwarf is also slow?
Yeah, I would probably put her on my shoulder and say, "Listen, you make sure the crowds give way. I'll make
You-
sure we get where we're
You
going."
realize dwarves are medium-sized creatures.
Yeah, but
Yes, we're both really strong.
and she has 25 feet movement and can go wee wee.
She is not having you pick her up. In fact, she actually walks rather briskly for a dwarf. And
Is bringing in striding.
maybe. You don't know.
I mean, they're useless to me.
there's a dwarf feet to move 30 feet.
She's a short person with a tall friend. She's used to speed walking everywhere. I've had to deal with it with Lyndon, so.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Lyndon's
Yeah,
huge.
so it happens.
Lyndon is. I was not expecting Lyndon to be so goddamn tall.
Oh god, he is giant.
Have you ever stood against him?
Vaguely, but every time I had, we were teenagers, and I basically just went for a pressure point and got away.
I was just trying to make another Against the Giants reference because there've been two so far.
Yeah, but man, this is Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Anyway, you enter into the town hall, and Algrek says, Duvessa, are you ready? And Duvessa turns to you, and this is what Duvessa looks like. And Duvessa's like, yes, I am prepared. I am bringing a friend of mine, Sir Barak Nyleth. Is anyone a member of the Order of the Gauntlet?
I believe I am.
I have never been an order of anything.
I forget what I chose.
Yep, Order of the Gauntlet.
Alright, you recognize him as a Knight of Tyr.
She needs to get more sleep.
Do you say this out loud?
Hmm?
Do you say that out loud?
Oh, I'm an order member as well.
No.
You recognize him as a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. He is also a Knight of Tyr.
I go to shake his hand with my left, gauntleted hand.
And here's Sheriff Markham. And he says, "Ah, well met, well met. You have been very lucky today. We've been blessed today, Duvessa. These capable members are, Order of the Gauntlet. Yes, that's very good. Come quickly."
Wait, so they're taking those away, whoever's ordered the gauntlet away?
No,
or they're taking all of us?
You're taking all of you are coming with him. All of you are going as a big group together because all the guards are posted along the walls, keeping watch and ready to go.
Because he's sick of these motherfucking giants in this motherfucking plains.
Wow.
And here is Sir Barak. And
Wait,
then,
I had one more for Markham. Say what one more time, motherfucker?
alright, and as you guys sort of briskly walk to the south gate, and you're basically sent sort of as like a vanguard almost, and going, make way, get out of the way, speaker coming through, make way. Because everyone's just running around sort of in chaos and like mad. Get to the center of town, get to the temples to sequester you. Everything is under control. Sorry, just gotta close a bunch of things.
Oh, I'm feeling a little crapulous after that sausage. Ooh. That did not sit well.
Wait, you didn't eat that, did you?
Every bite of it.
Uh-oh.
Alright, and as you make your way to the southwest gate, you actually hear bellowing out, in common, "Bring us our tusk!
Is there a tusk here?
Otis Simba! And be spared our wrath! We know he is here!"
Wait, they want an artist? I'm gonna step back a few spaces.
Artus Simber. And as you guys go closer and closer to the gate, you notice that, 2 people are following you.
Who? Or who notices and who is following us?
Which one of you has the highest, perception?
Perception +2.
+2.
+4.
So, Hongo, you notice...
+4.
Both Hongo and Pimbo both notice 2 people, after that shout especially, 2 people begin sort of following you, because most of the crowd is going the opposite direction. This guy?
It looks like a thumb.
And this woman who looks like a vagabond. Do you do anything?
I'll
Well,
just make note. I'll let the others know that our party seems to have attracted some followers.
Do I recognize anything about them? Any marks on their clothing or anything?
Other than the one, okay, one looks like a... Oh, actually, Heracles, given your history at a temple, one of them looks dressed like a lay brother of a religion. You don't... Oh, you don't know... What religion? Oh, wait, do you worship Torm?
I do worship Torm. I believe I am Torm's son.
Oh, yes, this is a lay brother of Torm. And the other woman looks like a vagabond. She's in just sort of tattered clothes, looks a little dirty, that sort of thing.
Heracles will pass Pimble over to Hongo.
Just put me down.
Just pass him off like a football.
cuff him underneath. You don't want to drop him.
There you go. I set him up on my shoulders.
Turn to face this person. And
I'll go with Heracles.
say, all right, stop following us. Go with the rest of the civilians.
And...
A brother is of no use here.
Well, he says, and looks sort of sheepish at you. I may be the reason why they're here.
What?
I'm not Artis, but I am a child or grandson of Artis. I carry the Simber bloodline in me. Though it's never done me any good.
Well, today, boy, it's gonna do you a world of hurt, I think.
I don't know much. My parents gave me up as a baby, and I was just raised in an orphanage in Suzail. And I've been making my way ever since. The old priest at the orphanage told me this, and that's all I know. I came here to find some peace, but I don't know, maybe their magics are picking up something on my bloodline. I don't know where he is.
What is special about your bloodline?
Well, wait, what about his friend that's skulking over there?
We'll get to her later. Don't move, and I glare at her.
And she just smiles a sheepish smile and goes, I wasn't doing anything wrong, sir.
Oh, I'll investigate Cyric McThumb. Make sure he's telling us the truth.
Sure.
And
Actually, that's an insight.
Does he answer my question?
Oh, insight. Motherfucker.
And what was that?
I asked if like what her or what his bloodline was, like what made him special. That the giants would come out here to just to get him.
Well, Artis Simba was is descendant of the famous highwayman known as the Shadowhawk. Apparently he was made a chosen by Auril, the goddess Auril. Oh, and he is his son. Okay. And I think he has something called the Ring of Winter from his travels. Maybe that's what they're looking for?
Well,
What?
Frost Giants, Ring of Winter. Look, come with us. And you, who are you?
Just don't tell anyone right away. Duvessa's a skilled negotiator. She'll get us out of this. She'll convince him that the thing is wrong or something, but my duty to Torm...
Look.
Wait, what?
The last two groups of giants weren't exactly interested in negotiating.
Or talking.
They
Two
mostly... a group of fire giants attacked Tribal.
We had
And
legs!
Nightstone they dropped rocks on.
Oh, last three groups.
And Golden
Hill
Field.
giants. Hill
Don't forget
giants
to-
attacked Field.
By Torm.
So
Well,
we were able to-
Beldora, well, Sirek, have you both stood up to giants? Are you ready to help us? Are you ready to make sure these giants don't... I'm trying to pump them up.
look, are you at least... can you at least heal? Because
I
there's
have
a
some
good
skills.
chance...
I
There's a
grew
good
up on the
chance
mean
it's going
streets
to
of
be south.
Souville. I have some skills, and he actually does have some skills, but I'm not going to bring his character sheet up right away.
So you two are going to have to back us up. If you think you can help, let's go.
Name spelled.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Still a 15.
Yeah. Sirac goes, or Sirk. Oh no, it's Sirac. Sirac goes, as an acolyte of Torm, it is my duty to protect these people. I'm gonna try and find a way out of this. If
Well,
need
and
be-
your speaker, and I'll look at Beldora.
Beldora's actually a little further up ahead. She has like this gaze on the southwest gate. She's like carrying like, what are you doing in my town sort of look on her face. And Torm says we must espouse courage and heroism above all.
I know what my father says.
Oh, he doesn't know it's your father. Now come on.
Wait.
And I'll push him forward, and we'll grab Beldora, and we'll keep going, and we'll talk as we're heading towards Southwest Gate.
Anyone else? Pimple, what is your faction?
I am
Lawful Antiquated.
no. Oh, good lord! Like the druidic one, the
Emerald Enclave.
Emerald Enclave. Yes.
I never take one unless I'm forced to.
But magic items.
That only works if you get a secret mission.
I have a character who's gotten a secret mission now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. Beldora just, doesn't have a home. She just, does a little bit here or there for some coin. But I'll help. For the town.
Well, she looks like she wants to come help the town too, or at least kick a fire giant in the nuts.
Frost giant. The fire giants for
So-
last time.
So, out of
Can you-
character, anyone else getting a hag vibe from this woman?
A little bit. I'm thinking more just like
I feel like she's going to
Basically-
steal from us.
any of the women I've played with when they get pissed off basically end up like that way, regardless of class. So,
Wow, that was pretty sexist.
what? They get steely-eyed, self-protect or protective of family and group? I just noticed it's more common. I don't know. Maybe I am sexist.
That is a wee bit sexist. Also, like, Beldora is smiling. You're thinking about Duvessa.
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
You're like, this is Beldora right here. She's smiling and she's in rags. You're thinking Duvessa.
Oh, shit, I am. I've got them all up here. Damn it. Either way.
Alright, so you come to the gate. The southwest gate. And you see this frost giant standing over the gate. It's with two gigantic wolves beside her. Sort of.
Before we
Yeah. Go ahead. No.
Before we approach the gate, I'm gonna have our little buddy stay out of sight and not where the giants can see him.
The one with the bloodline?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, all right.
Duck around a corner. Don't stand where the giants can see you.
And you also see two other giants sort of flanking what you suspect to be the leader giant.
Why do we suspect this one to be the leader?
Decked out. It not only is like right out in front. The other two are flanking her like bodyguards would, or just regular guards.
Is her armor more ornate? Like
Yes, or very ornate. And the dogs are also standing next to her as well.
and that kind of I'm in charge stance kind of thing. You know how
Yes.
someone stands when they're definitely in charge?
Authoritatively.
That's the word I was looking for, yes.
Actually, you would have been looking for authoritative, but yes.
Sorry, just closing windows.
Well, so are we going to talk to her? Because talking hasn't worked so far, or should we just shoot at her?
Pimble, you're ready.
Pimble,
right?
you're ready, right?
And Duvessa will be like, I will speak to them first. Let's see if they can be negotiated with. Meanwhile, get ready. Markham, announce my arrival. And Markham will go up and say, Duvessa approaches. Duvessa is the town speaker. Lady Duvessa, please meet Lady Droofy and her bodyguards. And then he will sort of stand back like a man of arms normally would. And Duvessa will go on with like this steely-eyed face, very nonplussed at the whole situation, and go, "Hello, Lady Droofy. I believe you are on the look for someone. How may we assist you?" And Droofy will sort of look impatiently and goes, "We are looking for one person. Artus Simba. We have a special scrying spell, and we know he is probably here. Bring him to us, in chains preferably, and we will let your town go. We have no quarrel with your town. We only need Artus. He has stolen something that belongs to us." And Duvesta sort of will think on it and say, "Are you really sure he's in town?" "Yes," Droofy says. I love talking to myself, by the way.
It's one of those things with the DM, just... It's weird.
It's very, yeah, it's very weird. "We only know that he is in this town. Bring him, quickly!"
I'm gonna elbow whoever happens to be standing next to me. Do we say something?
I think she's got it covered, but
Actually,
where's Sarek?
Actually, let's go on an extra, just a really quick 5-minute break. The combat tracker is full of the stuff from last week.
Okay, so as you're fixing that, and as the talk comes to an end, as they say, we are only looking for such and such, I will put my arms around Sarek and start walking in the opposite direction very nonchalantly, maybe whistling a bit.
He's back behind us out of sight.
Yeah, I'm going to go grab him. We're going to start walking him up this road.
Actually, I'm going to run up to him, and I am going to touch him, and I am going to cast non-detection on him.
Oh, actually, based on the map, why don't we get him around this corner right here? We can't actually pinpoint because this isn't Fantasy Grounds, but right there.
This is Fantasy Grounds.
Or this isn't Roll20. Please, Fantasy Grounds, add pinging for the next... well, I know you're trying to do it all in Unity, but anyway, see where I put the little arrow? Let's hide him right there. We'll just move him back in there for now.
And I'll let him know that as of now, he's got, for the next 8 hours, he cannot be targeted by any divination magic, and nobody can scry on you. So you've got 8 hours.
And now we're going to go kill those giants, so nobody has to die. Except for giants. And I'm going to run to the washroom if we're taking a 5-minute break.
Yep, just a quick 5-minute break. I don't...
Funny thing is,
Combat
we've
tracker.
seen this guy in action on Thursday.
Oh, you guys ran into him?
Yeah.
I know he's
ran into his handiwork.
I know he's in that adventure, but because everyone's always making a fuss on the Facebook page. Can I keep this item?
Winter or bookmark?
The out of character what? People want the Ring of Winter?
Yeah, because Arctis is in Storm Terror. It's not Storm King Thunder because that's what we're playing. He's of course in that, but he's also in Tomb of Annihilation. We actually ran across him.
Oh right, I remember. That was a funny gag.
Yeah, remember we came across that huge ice-strewn area? That was his doing.
Tell him we should have told him he owes child support.
We didn't know.
I know,
Those
but
characters
it's
still
funny.
don't know.
Those characters will never know, because this is the
I was
future
actually
of those
looking at
characters.
his stat book the other day because I was looking for a humanoid character that was fairly high up that I could throw in later into Horde or Rise of Tiamat, and yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff on him. He can't age.
Yep.
Or it's more, the ring causes him to refuse the effects of aging.
Yeah, he's in Chult waiting for the love of his life to return. She's an elf who disappeared with the city of Mesro. The ring will also corrupt almost anybody else except him.
Why?
And it retires
why
the
they-
character if you get it.
Alright, and like the previous big fight, yeah, all the NPCs I introduced, you can play. So we have Algrek, Sirac, Duvessa, Markham, Beldora, and Sir Beric.
Well, I want Sir Beric.
I'll take Markham.
All right, one sec.
Knight of
I wanted-
Tyr.
I wanted the Lord of the Gauntlet guy. I'm sad.
Oh, you want him? Then take him.
You called him first. I'll take the brother. Or unless he's running. Is he running away?
It'll be up to you.
Is anybody talking?
No, sorry,
No.
I'm just getting everything prepped. In fact, I might
Okay.
end this a little early because this battle's going to be tough. I might just finish with the RP section of it.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, because I just realized
Hey,
the
free
time is
potion of healing.
9:20. Yeah, free potion of healing and an inspiration.
But that doesn't carry over.
True. Well, you can use it now
So
if you
we
want
get
it.
another one next time, so it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna use my
Yeah.
inspiration to look intimidating.
Sure. Alright. Yeah, I think I am going to do the RP section of this. Here's some of the flavor text from the adventure itself, even though we already covered basically this. Oh, here we go. After you cast that non-detection spell. Or actually, hold on one second.
So you're still getting ready?
I'm looking something up.
So as we're kind of waiting for the resolution of the Giants thing, Gerald will start playing a song to help the mood of everyone. How do you kill a giant, son? You stab him in the nuts. It's right at height. You take your sword. You stab him in the nuts.
Boo!
I am not going to accept that boo.
You really earn a living doing that?
Oh, that's it. You're getting put in a hole.
I'll get you out. Don't worry.
Oh, it's going to be a big hole. You dig a hole, I know one tune.
Slap
I'm
slap over his
gonna-
mouth again.
Oh.
In fact, here's
Oh, wait, I lick Heracles' hand.
I don't care.
Damn it! Now I have Heracles' hand on my tongue.
I want to know where that hand's been.
No, I don't. I thought this would work. I am instant regret. Like, wide-eyed. Wait, I might be able to taste where it's been.
And actually, what happens is, as soon as you cast that non-detection spell, you realize this strange sort of... something happens on Droopy's face. Like, she immediately notices it. And she turns to Duvessa and says, "You, what did you do? Why are you defending Arctus?" And Duvessa legitimately looks shocked because she has no idea what's going on and goes, I have no idea what you are talking about. This artist probably just isn't in the city anymore. He ran away. We have no record of an artist ever in this city. We don't even know who he is.
Or Pimble doesn't like music and we give Pimble to them.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Or we give Gerald to him, so we don't have to listen to his music anymore.
Hey, no. Let's not do anything we'll regret.
She sort of curses in giant, but a big old string of curses, and goes, Duvessa, you have 2 seconds to bring him out here with him and all of his possessions. What did he promise you?
She's not a threat. I would have said she's not a speaker. She's a liar.
And Duvessa will go, we don't know who he is, he's probably not in town, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I think all of our hands are going over Siric's mouth.
And with that, the giant, with this look of rage upon her face, takes this giant ornate mammoth horn to her lips and blows hard.
The mammoth horn?
It's a mammoth horn.
Well, it's bounded. It's a horn.
It's a horn made out of a mammoth tusk.
I mean, can we? So most horns that you blow will have the metal mouthpiece. No, 60 feet. I'm too far away. Never mind.
It's actually a gigantic reverberating sound. It almost shakes you. You can feel like the sound waves moving through you.
That bass! That's what I need for my show!
All about that bass. That bass, no trouble. And with that, the rest of her giant Kotor moves in to the town and starts hurling rocks at the town.
Oh no, rocks fall, everyone dies.
What are you guys rolling up next?
And with that, we will end the session. Tune in next week for the Battle of Bryn Shander. Will our heroes survive?
The guiltiest...
Go ahead.
Sorry, the guiltiest forest gnome you've ever met.
Why are you...
He feels super guilty for starting
She was looking for an excuse.
But Pimble gave it to her.
Pimble kind of caused all of this. So, I think we need to have a... Oh, so Pimble, there's going to be a new verse in my song called Pimble's Folly. I'd like you to help me write it.
I wish I could say this was the first town I got destroyed.
Wait, what?
Oh, nothing.
He got the crap beaten out of him. Remember that? You guys remember when Pimble almost died? Good times.
Well, he almost died a bunch of times.
I think just once, right?
Just once, and then he was really shaken up about it.
Just like once, but like over and over again that once.
But he had like the
up and down,
blood...
up and down.
Did he have the bloodlust just before it, though?
I think that was me.
No, he had a bloodlust. There was one point where he starts getting into it, and I'll have to put a verse into it, like the bloodlust of Pimble.
Oh yeah, no. After we won, he was ecstatic for a little while, and then he woke up the next day realizing that he was kind of in shock.
All right, and as a part of AL, you don't gain any XP for this one. You'll gain a bunch next week, depending on if you survive. And I believe because we've done 2 hours, it's 5 downtime days, or is it 5 downtime days per 4 hours, Patrick?
5 for 2, 10 for 4.
Okay, so 5 downtime days and a point of renown.
No, point of renown every 4 hours.
Okay, and not a point of renown. You would have gotten a point of renown last time.
Did we get one last time?
Oh wait, last time was only 40 minutes.
So, no renown yet.
No renown yet. You'll get it next time.
What are we at for...
Everybody's at 5 renown, right?
What's our downtime in a
Yes.
round? I was about to ask that, because we've all played the same amount of games.
5 renown.
And what's downtime? I've added it to my treasure, so I won't forget next time.
We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Should be 35.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, as Brendan was asking, what's our next character's going to be? I'm kind of torn between two Druid Bards. Druid Bard 1, who is a conductor of songbirds, or Druid Bard 2, who has the Disney princess power but doesn't know it. So he's going to take the noble knight background, but have a deer and 2 bird followers. And he has no idea why these animals keep doing what he says.
And with that, I will close the stream. Thank you for watching, Commander Root. Thank you for watching Land Fusion. Thank you for watching Memory Lapse DM. Thank you for watching So Cool. And thank you for watching Simon Says Sleep. Catch us, are we playing tomorrow, Brendan?
Yes.
Catch us tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time we're playing Khazgar?
Yep.
For Khazgar, Brendan's custom campaign setting. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Don't steal my character ideas.
My next one's going to be a Triton Paladin, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, but